Hello, and welcome to round 87, I think this is. Is it 87? Yes, 87. Yes, we still have the 6th best car on the grid, with Aston Martin leading the way. That's not important right now. We'll change the gearbox and the turbocharger and all these for Mexico City. Get a fresh one in. No. Now, if we play this right, we might win the Constructors in Kota. If not, Mexico City. Because, well, we've been dominating. We've won every race. We've won every race so far except Monaco. If you're not familiar, but no. But yeah, we're at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas, back in the USA, United States, for the sprint race and the Grand Prix itself. So 10 laps for the sprint in the 50% session, and 50% session for the Grand Prix with 28 laps. We've qualified. Well, you probably know by now. Liam Lawson, position 5, I think it is, or position 4. I forgot now. Even though I did this like 2 seconds ago. But no, before we get into the sprint race and the races itself, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give it a like, comment and share it as well. Helps the channel grow, and it helps me as well. And yeah, so without further delay, let's get on with the sprint race, shall we?
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Goose lines up on pole position, and it's Esteban Ocon in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Russell, Liam Lawson, Verstappen, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Williams, Leclerc, Sainz, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Bottas, Magnussen, Teo Porcher, Hauger, Sonoda, Joe, Sargent, and Nick de Vries rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out.
And let's get on with the American sprint race here at Kota. Probably the only good track in America at the moment. And we're off, and Liam Lawson gets an excellent start there, passing the McLaren, making his way up to 4th place, just behind the Mercedes. The Goose cuts the corner slightly there, but Liam Lawson's now always going too wide with the Mercedes. I think it's George Russell, it could be Esteban Ocon. But he's had a good start, just like in Qatar, but the two McLarens are fighting each other now, but the Goose, he's got company. I believe it's Esteban Ocon that's in 2nd place. I've completely forgotten, even though I did watch this recording. See, my memory is terrible. It is Ocon. So my memory is not terrible, it seems. Followed by George Russell, then Liam Lawson, Norris, Piastri, Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc and Gasly, your top 10. It's Albon, Williams, Sainz, Porcher, Bottas, Stroll, Magnussen, Sonoda, Joe, Sargent, Haugen, de Vries complete the formation for the sprint race. And the opening lap, going out of turn 12 into the turn 13. But yeah, this is the last race before we change components. The internal combustion engine, both MGU kinetic and heat components as well, turbocharger, and the gearbox, especially the gearbox. and then see basically how we go for the rest of the last few rounds that we have on season 4 after America. So we got 5 after this. We got Mexico, we got Brazil, we got Portugal, we got Vegas, and then Abu Dhabi, and we got a virtual. Is it a safety car? No, virtual safety car's been deployed. Gasly has dropped. Has he spun? I think he's spun, you know. Unless if he's out. But one way or the other, we are on board with the man himself, Pierre Gasly. Going out into turn 13. Hey, spun. Oh, Jesus, nearly contact there. Nearly a crash there with the AlphaTauri. He's a sitting duck. Dangerous. But, no. God, that was terrible. Wow. For Gasly. For us, it's the green. We've been given the green flags. And we are back to racing conditions. And just like that, we have retirement. It's Sergio Perez. Oh, my God. I think we know where his Red Bull career is going. I'm going to get Daniel Ricciardo back into Red Bull the way things are going. But no, it is not a good weekend. It's not these past few rounds have not been very good for Red Bull. I mean, Verstappen retired at Qatar, and now they got the other driver retiring in Kota. It's not going well for. We go on to lap 5 now, and we're slowing. We have a safety car. Red flag! Shit! Red flag on a sprint race! Yep, the red flag's been signalled in the distance. What on earth has happened here? We're on board with Charles Leclerc. Ferrari's strategy is in full swing here, and he spun. Okay, so he spun. And oh my God! Carlos Sainz and Aston Martin have literally just rammed into him. Penalties are being handed out literally like if it's Vegas with the cards. Ching, 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 ching. Literally, everyone's been given penalties, including Liam Lawson. Callum Williams, bang, straight in there. He didn't even have time to turn and react, even though he had plenty of room. But no, that's the red flag being signalled there. Here comes Carlos Sainz, the smooth operator, well, the so-called smooth operator, coming up to the behind of Callum Williams in the Aston Martin, and just he had nowhere to go. There goes Lance Stroll. See, Callum, follow Lance Stroll's advice. And for the second time in this is the first red flag we've had in the sprint race. This feels weird. And for the second time we are off, and Liam Lawson does not get a good start off the line this time. In fact, he has dropped. That red flag has screwed him over. We're on the a cold, not so warmed up, fresh set of new tyres. Obviously, if you are a Liam Lawson is still the apprentice, even though he has won. He has been on the podium a few times, but he's not actually won a race this season. He has won a race once, but that was only because of the Goose actually pushing hard to make him get him to win the race, creating a gap. So that technically is yeah, he did win the race, but you know, he only won it once. We have 3 DNFs now, so Perez retired because of the mechanical problem, but then there's Leclerc and Williams. What a chaotic sprint race this weekend is going to be. This is turning out to be quite a chaotic sprint. We're on a fresh set of soft tyres, which is good. Ocon for some reason has gone onto the mediums. Yeah. Mercedes have pulled a Ferrari here, but no, this is giving us a nice, almost 2-second gap that is forming nicely between us and the Mercedes, and you probably know where the race is going to be going after this. Yep, you guessed right, and because of Ocon's strategy to go onto the mediums, the Goose wins by about 3 seconds. And the replay ends here, so let's get on with the Grand Prix, shall we?
Goose increases their championship lead. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. Until then. Goodbye.
Oh my god. That was probably the most craziest sprint race we have ever done in the history of this game for the Flocking Geese. But holy Jesus! 3 DNFs! Leclerc, Williams and Perez, holy what? It's all been explained, I know. But Jesus! I'm looking forward to the Grand Prix now, I must admit. But poor Liam, he dropped right down because of that red flag, screwed him over. Mind you, he is starting P10, so he starts in the points, which is good. Let's get on with the sprint race, shall we?
F1 is so popular in these parts now that we race here 3 times a year, but let's give full respect to COTA, or the Circuit of the Americas if you prefer, which laid the foundations for it. It still remains the United States Grand Prix. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, where 20 corners and speeds of up to 200 miles per hour await us on this magnificent racetrack. It's 60% full throttle with plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into turn 1 and the long back straight into turn 12. What a race we have in store today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Goose lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Norris, Stroll, Albon, Sainz, Liam Lawson, Bottas, Magnussen, Teo Porcher, De Vries, Gasly, Tsunoda, Joe, Hauger, Sargent, Leclerc, Williams, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And joining me again for the race today, Natalie Pinkham. Can we begin by having a chat about Charles Leclerc? And we welcome Anthony Davidson to the commentary box once again. And this driver had a great win last time out. Can they carry that momentum into this one?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Well, as you could tell with the lineup here, and we're off already. The Goose gets an excellent start off the line. George Russell does not get a good start, and the Alpine moves into 3rd place. There is an Alpine in 3rd place. It's almost gone past into 2nd place, but no, it's behind Esteban Ocon. I think it's Alex Albon that's in the Alpine this one, and our teammates. I don't think Liam Lawson's done well either off the line, but he is in P10. Remember, after the sprint race, that chaotic sprint race. But no, the Goose leads the way, as he does, with Esteban Ocon in 2nd place, Albon in P3, followed by Piastri, then Russell, Norris, Sainz, Verstappen, Lawson. Valtteri Bottas is in P10. There's something you don't see every day. Then it's Stroll, then it's Leclerc, Magnussen, Porcher, De Vries, Tsunoda, Joe, Hauger, Williams, Perez, Sargent, and Pierre Gasly. As after the formation lap. Yeah. I don't think Mercedes are having a good weekend so far. Neither is Ferrari, in fact. But yeah, nothing else to report here. Going into lap 2 now, so we've already created a 2.8 second lead over Esteban Ocon, and Russell is dropping. Is he out already? Is he retired? Or has he gone into the pit lane? I'm sure we got some clips somewhere as we go into the S-turn. So this is George Russell, number 63, and he gets a terrible start off the line. Oh my god! There goes Albon, and going into the it's just like the 2022 United States Grand Prix with Sainz. He's lost a bit of his end plate, so he's got to have to go and pit. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the strategist of the year goes to George Russell and Mercedes. Meanwhile, speaking of superior strategists, Ferrari are pulling their strategy off very nicely. You can tell their strategy is going well because Sainz retired and Leclerc's in P9. And, oh dear, not going well for Ferrari it seems as well. Lawson's up to P7, that's good. Carlos Sainz is out, possibly because of the afterwards damage from the sprint race. There must be some kind of damage with the car still, even though the sprint race was the day before. But you know what the cars are like? The cars, they have their own little characteristics. But anyway, the Goose nearly crashes himself out of the race, entering the pit lane. That's one way to enter the pit lane. But the man, this is an unstable animal. As we go on to the, I think it's the medium tyres we'll be going on now. Good stop from the lads from the West Midlands there, and the lasses, of course, in the engineering team. We welcome equality, people. As long as you're from the West Midlands, we welcome you. My God, Lance Stroll nearly went into the back of us then. So we are P7. We're on a fresh set of mediums, and the Goose has one thing on his mind: ruthless aggression. So everyone better move out the way. Then we got people going into the pit lane. So it is Albon that's gone into the pit lane as well. Verstappen's gone into the pit lane as well. Lando Norris as well. No, it's not Albon. Lando Norris, sorry, and Verstappen have gone into the pit lane. So that promotes us to P5. Our teammate Liam Lawson is in front of us. However, he's not pitted yet. And he's chasing. Liam is chasing after Albon, but here comes the raw power and speed of the flocking Goose himself, being held up by his teammate. Let him through. Let the Goose through. Otherwise, he's going to do something stupid. The Goose is going to do something stupid if you're not careful. He nearly did something stupid there. That was that could have gone horribly wrong very quickly, but thank God it didn't. So we're second now, lap 15 we're on. Lawson is third. Williams is in P4. Yeah, he's managed to redeem himself slightly. We passed Esteban Ocon. Albon has dropped to P8 because obviously he's pitted. As of lap 21, Lawson's pitted, which is good. P7, it's nothing, but you know he's got points for the team. That's good. What we'd like to see, we've just overtaken the back marker, so it's Joe Guan Yu who's in last place. 2 laps later, in lap 23, we're approaching the back of Logan Sargent in one of his 3 home Grand Prix. This is the second home Grand Prix for Logan Sargent, and he's doing very well in front of his home crowd. Jesus, Nick de Vries! Give that man a penalty. Not only give him a penalty, give him the sack. Helmet marker, you've had 4 seasons to fix this, and you've still got him on the team. No wonder you're shit. Dennis Hauger being overtaken there, being blue flag. We got a few more blue flags coming up with for the Goose to inflict onto Kevin Magnussen and Yuki Tsunoda when we eventually catch up to them. We can do now clean with Kevin Magnussen there, the Great Dane, all the way back down there in P17. But here coming into the final corner now, into lap 27. Blue flag's being waved for Tsunoda, but we're not quite close enough. And we have a 23.5 second lead over Esteban Ocon. Again. And then nothing happened after that. So it's the it's 15 wins in a row now, as we've counted. For the flocking goose himself, it's win number 15, and because Liam's finished in P7 or P9 or wherever he's finished, there's a possibility we might have won the Constructors' Championship.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had, and congratulations to the whole team. So, Natalie, what made the difference out there today?
Well, what a race. At the end of the day, it is all about raw pace, and our winner had it in spades today.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Goose increases their championship lead. Let's focus on driver of the day, Natalie Pinkham. Come on, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Goose.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Holy shit. Have we done it? Oh my god. I mean, look at that. 634, 399, 230 point. He didn't say anything, did he, Alex? Alex Checkers. I think we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. But no, fastest lap, we won, we lapped. Sargent, Joe Granier, De Vries, Hauger, Magnussen, Sonoda, one DNF, which is Carlos Sainz. But this man, round of applause please, he made P6 from P10, so that's 8 points, which is excellent. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to check out my other channel as well, Tico Sprinter. And we will see you in round 88, where we will have a look if we've actually won the Constructors' title or not. Until then,